Live from the Slackers Sports Bar Studios. This is In the Building with Mike Taylor and Rudy J.
Yes. I think that the single thing that I've bitched the most about this year at work are the number of people that come up to me and say, man, I sure miss hearing your show. Sure wish you were still doing the show.
Yeah.
And I just want to punch them in the face.
Did it happen again yesterday?
Oh, it happens. I can't go 2 days.
Yeah.
I can't go 2 days without someone coming up and saying, "Oh man, your show was amazing. It got me through a hard time, and I sure miss it." You motherfucker. I'm like, dude, I actually do more shows now than I ever did in the old days.
Sure.
I can't make an old school town evolve.
I've been saying this about
can't
San
make that
Antonio
happen
for a long time.
You know, it's like I know we can get a massive audience in this city. You know, although Rudy and I have agreed, I think it's in our best interest to kind of branch out here in 2025. I'd like to get us some exposure in Houston, Corpus, down in the Valley, Austin. But we have all these millions of people right here in Bexar County in San Antonio that have not subscribed yet that like us. I can't go to your house and make you click the subscription button, you know? It makes me crazy.
Yeah, and you have 24 hours to do it. Well, no, you can watch it literally any day.
You have a lifetime. Yeah. I mean, it chaps my ass. So I was thinking about this last night. You know, Joe Pags got fired last week. The bloodletting at iHeart continues. And as you and I were talking about Saturday or Sunday show, well, it was Saturday show when we were Slackers.
Mm-hmm.
You know, sometimes people have to be forced to change. They have to be forced to.
Oh yeah.
I'm hoping
our base, majority of the base, are people that don't like change.
Right. Correct. Because we're older.
35
we live in a blue-collar town.
to 60.
And,
40 to 60. No, I ain't even going 40. I'm going to say 50 to 65. Those guys are just who they are. And it don't matter who's on the radio. That's who they're going to listen to.
Well, again, I can't wait around for them. We're moving on. We're on to Cincinnati here, you know. In 5 years, they won't make cars anymore that have radios in them. They won't. You know, in 5 years, I don't know that iHeart will exist in its current form.
They pump their pods more than their radio shows.
Correct. And that's right. And they turned my old radio show into a pod, which they tricked people, and the views were skewed because they take 8-minute increments of a 3-hour show and post them all, and then brag about all the hits. It was
kind of smart.
It was smart from that standpoint, but advertisers are going to catch on at some point and realize that you're loopholing. Anyhow, with Joe getting let go, no offense, but from a business standpoint, that might actually benefit us. Because there's probably a lot of people I know there's a lot of people that listen to us, but also listen to Joe. And now you've just lost Joe, and he's gonna and welcome to the podcast world, Joe.
Is that what he's supposed to do? I'm pretty
sure.
He's
already announced it. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, he's gonna set up. I mean, he's got no choice.
He's already been doing that for years.
Right,
Joe was doing video podcast, like simulcasting his show way before other people were.
Yeah, but now he's gonna focus on that.
He's gonna make way more money than he did at iHeart.
Totally. I agree with you. I just hope we get some of the residual people that now can't listen to Joe anymore on 1200. I guess I'll just have to start listening to these podcasts I've been told about, and maybe they'll find us. You know what I'm saying?
It's really not that hard.
It's so easy, and anyone can do it, but so many people get stubborn where you don't change until you have to.
So you listen to dog shit.
I've done the same. I've been guilty of that myself, you know, even as a younger guy. Like I was a CD holdout. I ain't listening to no fucking Spotify. I like my CDs just how they are. But Daddy, it's so much better to listen on Spotify. Yeah, I've heard Spotify. The audio quality sucks. I like how my CD sounds in the car. I mean, I'm making up excuses.
Yeah, excuses.
And then eventually they quit making CDs. And I had no choice. And then when I made the change, okay, these waters are not so hot. I can handle this. Cool. And now I don't ever turn my radio on. Ever. Unless I'm in the car and the Spurs are playing and I want to hear what the score is. That's it. Ever. So I'm hoping that we'll get some of that residual from Joe Pags. So just to reiterate, for those of you that might be watching us for the first time, or maybe you're watching this 6 months from now because you decided to get on podcast and you're rolling through old In the Buildings.
Right.
We're not just on YouTube. We're on Spotify. We're on Twitch now. You can find this show on many platforms. So whatever floats you, whatever's easiest for you, Grandpa, just watch or listen to us on whatever platform you choose, because we're on several now.
Yeah.
Golly, man.
Especially Twitch. Your kids might like us.
Yeah, I told my kids I was going to be on Twitch, and one of them was like, "You guys going to play video games?" Because it's known for that.
That's what it's known for.
And I
right?
say, well, maybe for fun, maybe, but I've also been told that Twitch is now, it's also it's transforming too.
Yeah, they have a whole section for podcasts. So,
oh shit!
Yeah, so we had lunch. I had lunch with some friends on Sunday, and a buddy of mine who's 46, first thing out of his mouth was, "Oh, you guys are going to be the next Kai Sanat or whatever the dude's name is." How do y'all all know this guy? I never heard of him until y'all mentioned him last week.
One of the most famous dudes in the world right now.
It's insane.
Dude, I saw his behind the scenes setup at his mansion. He's got $1 million TV studio in there, and people working 24/7, like a crew of like 30 people.
Y'all, we just had a presidential election in which one candidate did not win. And a decent chunk of the reason why, not the whole reason, there's many reasons why Kamala did not win. One of them is she should have went on Joe Rogan. She should have did more podcasts. Legacy media is dying. Doing an interview with Brett Maher on Fox News, maybe 1 million people see that. Joe gets 50 million listeners a day. Going on 60 Minutes is not how you get elected. You got to go sit down with Joe Rogan and Conan O'Brien and Smart, go on all these different, podcast companies. This is mainstream media, old man. Welcome to it. Anyway, I wanted to bitch about that.
No, I mean, it's true. It's true. They'll get here. They'll get here.
I need them to hurry up.
It's just taking longer than we thought.
I know.
It's just taking longer than we're used to.
Don't make us move this show to Austin because y'all asses are scared to go on YouTube.
Or Spotify or Twitch.
You think the Spurs are going to move? Shit, we may just move if y'all don't get your asses in order. That all being said, get in there and hit subscribe. It's easy and it's free. All right? We're on YouTube. We're on Twitch. We're on Spotify.
Apple.
The three major ones.
Things, yeah.
Sure, we're on a bunch of them, but those are the three majors. So just want to reiterate that, we're still on Spotify. That old radio show that I did, we had million views, Taylor,
I remember when y'all
in the last
posted
6 months. On Spotify. Spotify, you can get a good amount of views or listeners. So watch it, listen to it, whatever y'all want to do, man. Just find us. All right. How you doing today?
I'm fantastic.
Good. I'm surly. I need to go home and take a shower. First of all, I woke up late.
So you're gonna be a little grumpy today.
I'm grumpy. My whole routine got snafu'd. I like to get up, take my time, read the news, grab my old coffee and chill, take a shower, fix my hair, put deodorant on.
I hope.
And I didn't get to do any of that today,
You get to brush your teeth?
I did brush my teeth very
cool.
fast, Slammed a piece of bread in the toaster, ate plain toast, grabbed a protein shake.
That's savage.
Jumped to the car, and then I halfway here, a cop gets behind me and is tailing me for a good 5 miles.
He was running your plates.
And I take back roads to get here. So it's almost like it was either just coincidental that he had my route, or he was tailing me for 5 miles. And I've got cop trauma in here.
And you ain't even doing anything wrong.
Correct. I always, when a cop gets behind me though, I'm from the barrio, I get scared. And I'm afraid I'm gonna do something stupid because he got behind me.
Right.
Because I'm nervous. I start looking guilty. All right.
You
yield
driving
at the stop
like you
sign.
got 10 keys in the trunk.
Right. Because I was like, dude, I'm turning right, turns right. Damn. Turn left, turns left. Turns left again, turns left. I thought about trying to change my route here just to get away from him. And finally he tailed off. God damn, man.
My day
Drives
started
me crazy. So I'm all disheveled this morning. My whole routine's shot. I got tailed by a cop. I can't. People won't stop asking about. I wish you were on the radio. And so I'm a little ass whipped today.
Yeah,
Good morning. Good morning.
My day started So my wife's company, Chic in Motion, she delivers sometimes. Yeah. I had a delivery for her literally right here across the street from LG.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
This morning?
Literally right here, like right across the street, like down on, like if I leave LG's driveway, go to the right there.
So wait a minute. If I buy clothes from CheicInMotion.com, Rudy, if I buy clothes from CheicInMotion.com, Rudy J might deliver it to me.
Yeah, hey, if you say you're in the building, I'll bring it to you.
That's awesome.
I'll bring it to you. Yeah, we're literally across the street. I was like, damn. So shout out to LG's Hood for supporting Chic in Motion.
Outstanding. So what time did you deliver the clothing?
A minute before I walked in here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I thought maybe you're like, oh, damn, this is, you left at like 6 o'clock and just had to kill 2 hours.
No, a minute before I walked in here.
Okay, cool.
Hopefully she picks it up before some damn porch bandit gets it.
Yeah. I got, Mike Cheque makes a point in here. It's something that we've discussed before. Y'all should carry business cards with all the links that will take them to the show on all platforms, maybe a QR code. Next time someone comes up to you saying that, hand them the card. I think that might be a great idea. I'm going to make myself a note, Mike. We've thought about it before. QR code, so business card, whatever it takes, man. I'm ass whipped by, and it's not even always old people either. We're very poodle. We're very non-techie. I can't get folks to, maybe if all radio stations die and y'all are forced to change, you will. Business cards, QR code. All right, I'm going to look into this. Damn it. Anyway, that's all. I'm disheveled, dude. I'm just disheveled.
You shouldn't be.
No, let's get on with it. We got a good week of broadcasting. We got great shows that we do every day. We got a Saturday show again. It's another one of these morph shows, and Orlando's fine with it. It's another one of these in the building extra editions / Longhorn postgame shows this Saturday in the flesh at this really cool Alamo card show that's going on at a church. It's actually going to be at 247 Church off of 1604 and Judson Road. You ever heard of this church?
Damn, that's right here.
Yeah.
Judson's right up the street.
Yeah. It's 1604 and Judson, way up on the north side. All right, there's the logo, the Alamo Card Show. It's a 2-day event, Saturday and Sunday. Me and Rudy are going to be out there Saturday the 16th. Our show will go from 2 to 4. But the event goes on all weekend, Saturday, Sunday from 10 to 5. It's at 24/7 Church, North Loop 1604 in Judson. It's 5415 is the physical address. They're going to have all kinds of vendors set up. It's a bunch of paraphernalia, a bunch of cards and sneakers and posters and just stuff, autographs and sports cards and stuff.
Yeah.
This stuff, I collected as a little kid, as a younger, and in high school too, I collected sports cards. Never to the extent that it became as an industry over the years.
We always did it. We had the gum in the pack.
Yeah, that was way back in the day.
But I never.
They quit putting gum in the pack because it would ruin the card.
Yeah, it was chalky.
Yeah. Oh, that gum was awful.
It was awful.
And
but
I still chewed it.
I chewed it. But I'm almost positive I don't have any. I still have a few cards.
Yeah.
But I'm almost positive none of them are worth a damn.
Oh. I had one card left of 1958 Topps Mickey Mantle. And that's my pride and joy. I had some good cards over the years. But I collected as a kid. But what happened to the industry was beyond anything I ever did as a kid. I mean, these are grown-ass men now that have multiple thousands of dollars worth of card collections. We've got some pretty successful companies here in town.
Yeah, I mean, in the last few years, we've had like Brady, Mahomes, some Jordan. We had some stuff go.
Mm-hmm. So I'm excited. I'm going to get there early on Saturday and just kind of walk around a little bit.
I know. I thought I saw a shoe on the original flyer.
Yeah, I think they're going to have some shoes too, like some autographed sneakers or sneakers for sale too. Yeah, so that's this Saturday. Me and Rudy will be at the Alamo Card Show. So there's a major announcement right there. I didn't even promote a major announcement. I just went ahead and sprung it on.
Why not? I like the old Taylor promoting.
Well, I forgot because I woke up late. and I had a cop behind me. I was nervous.
Yeah, you always used to do that shit.
I was going to make it a big-ass deal, but we're going to promote this all week long. I'm going to promote it on social. I'm going to promote it on everything we do all week long. So
I
y'all
need
come
to
out,
get there a
hang out
little
with
early
us
just
on,
to see what they have.
on Saturday. Yeah, I'm going to get there probably. So I'm going to get there early so I can set us up. LG can't do this one.
He's got work.
It's another Taylor extravaganza. And I'm confident after I got us, we did fine.
We might need that light this week.
I'll bring the light. Yeah, it's inside. We'll bring the light. Well, we're in the church. Jesus will bring the light.
Jesus will bring the light. That's all we need.
I've got to be careful what I say on the show.
Damn, we'll be inside a church.
You're inside a church.
My mom will not have me cursing at church.
You keep your nipples underneath your shirt.
My mom will not allow me cursing at church.
Yeah, so we got to be good. But I'll probably go get there a little early, set us up, make sure we're good. I've got more confidence after I got us on Saturday at Slackers, and then walk around and do some perusing. Maybe, I'm always looking to buy cool things for the behind us here, and who knows, maybe I'll buy a cool poster or something. But anyway, y'all come see us on Saturday at 247 Church.
Or we're just set up at the coolest guy's table.
That's fine. Find
like,
something.
hey, you look like you got the table worth the most money.
Who knows? Maybe there'll be a vendor out here that knows us and invite, because I don't even know where we're setting up yet. Yeah, I'll make sure we're in a real prominent place for everybody that comes in and
Is it
sees us.
inside the church?
Yeah, it's in the church,
Damn.
man. You gonna be okay?
Inside the church?
Oh, the wall's gonna bleed when you walk in?
I don't know, man. We get a little crazy.
Don't come in there all looped up.
No, we get a little crazy though.
Maybe I'll get my thoughts on religion and where it stands in modern times. No?
that.
Okay, don't do that? Okay.
We're good. We're good on that, dog.
All right, man. All right, show presented in part by the Alamo Card Show, as we're going to be there on Saturday. And Slacker, speaking of, I was happy. That was a good-looking show. I'm proud of myself. It sounded good. It looked good. LG approved it even. And, when LG approves it, that's like getting an A on a trigonometry paper in AP class.
C+.
Oh,
What?
stop it. See, you said it was good.
He said C+.
Can't spell college without a C. Buddy.
LG's an ass.
So all of a sudden now he just can't deal with it.
No, it's passing grade.
Yeah,
Thank you. I'm excited.
I was a C student.
And you know the gear I've got. It ain't like for the gear I've got, it was about as good as we could do. Correct? Just about.
Sure. Absolutely.
With the gear that I have.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't have all these whistles and bells. But we will do a good job Saturday. And we did a good job this past Saturday at Slackers. Thanks to all the boys over there that had us out this Saturday at the Thousand Oaks location. 5 locations in town, the official sports bar of In the Building here on Love You Hard TV. It is Slackers Sports, Drinks, and Games, the official sports bar. All right, want to do some punches?
Can you sing any gospel tunes by heart?
I sure can. I can, actually. We'll do some singing maybe. I'm going to write that down. Gospel tunes Saturday. I've got Christian rap songs I've written when I was a kid.
Get the hell out of here.
Have you not heard Christian rapping?
No, and I don't know if I want to, bro.
We're going to do it Saturday. Christian rapping. I'm making note. I'm producing content for Saturday. Cool.
Paul Morales, your chicken man for the barbecue with the kids.
What's up, Paul?
$10. Good morning, fellas.
Thank you, man.
Can I get a shout out to my pops, my right-hand man for the barbecue for the Boys and Girls Club, who's in the hospital. We can use all the good vibes we can get right now. Definitely, Paul. Definitely. Shout out, thoughts and prayers to Pops. Hope he gets well soon.
Okay. Yeah. Let him see us. Let him see this show. We're going there and play this part for him. Show him, and then when he gets well, show him how to go on YouTube and watch shows that way.
Thinking about you and Jay, Paul. Y'all stick in there. Keep your heads up.
All right. Dude, we're going to get gospel tunes and Christian rap Saturday. Guarantee. I'm excited.
Oh, God.
I need to find some generic beats we can play that don't violate.
If you bust out a Christian 16 bars, I'm leaving.
Wait till you hear it. I might even show up dressed up in character.
You might wear a tie suit. Remember, that's the thing. That's one of the things that have changed about golf and church. Church now, they just come as you are.
They want you in the door.
They just want you in the door, and golf has gone that way too. Golf is a lot more. Now, there's private clubs where you got to have your shirt tucked in, no phone, stuff like that. But
right.
The golf course is way more lenient. You see T-shirts, regular shorts, hat backwards. It's like golf has no choice because Tiger's on his way out. And
right.
The only way your sport continues to grow is if the youth
right.
are playing.
Right.
And the youth aren't trying to be Phil Mickelson.
Right, which is why I get pissed off at people that jump on these guys that go crazy at the Phoenix Open.
Oh, yeah.
The Waste Management Open. This is a mockery of the game. F off. Or these guys, these anti-livers that don't Liv's trying to be entertaining.
Liv's like, hey, wear shorts. They let the girls
problem.
wear shorts. I thought we were equality.
Yeah, we're going to do a
I
shot.
thought it was equality. What,
Yeah.
like, it's the only equality is only for the women?
Right.
Like, why can't the guys wear shorts on tour?
Right. We don't do shotgun starts at the PGA. Well, cool. I'm going to watch the Live tournament then. I'm 40.
Yeah.
And I'm 49.
Golf and church are definitely come as you are now.
sure.
Geechee SA,
What's up,
$30.
Geech?
I'm a morning watcher, but I'll catch you whenever, even if it's Memorex. Rock
Thank you,
on.
man. Thank you.
What is Memorex?
Cassette.
Cassette.
Oh, shoot.
Those old school cassette players. Yeah.
Damn.
Badass. Oh, look at that. More money. Chuck's 81 just bought 3 coffees. Thank you, man. Appreciate that, Chuck.
See what happens when Mike gets mad and surly people start donating.
I know. I'm mad. I'm literally sweating. Cop scared me.
Nobody
man.
likes Nice Mike. Nice Mike is a good dude. When you're nice and in a great mood and jolly, everybody's like, oh, okay, Mike's good. When Mike's pissed, it's like, hey, let me give you my last.
I know, right? I need to get mad more often. No, I'm not trying. I'm not anti-cop. I'm not trying to go down that road.
No. I know too many.
But when cops get behind me, I get nervous, and I just do because I've got cop trauma. I'm from the barrio. We feared the cops back in the 80s. And mostly for stupid reasons, ignorant reasons. I admit. But have you ever been tailed by a cop, pulled over and checked? Man, I just want to see your ID real quick, black guy. Has that ever happened to you?
All the time.
All the time.
But
It's happened to me before with my Mexican buddy because we were in a 1988 Cutlass Sierra. The most stolen car in America at the time.
But by the time he walks up to my car, my insurance and ID are out the window.
See, really? See, I don't do nothing until they get there.
I'm like this already.
Oh, okay. See, I keep my hands on the wheel till he tells me what to do.
I have them already, hands in sight.
So we got tailed one time. I was in high school with my buddy, and he had the most stolen car in America at the time was the Cutlass Sierra. This is like 1992. This is Junior Taylor second base days.
Yeah.
And we come out of the mall. We were at a place called Hewlin Mall in Fort Worth. We go get in his car. He's driving. I'm in, and he's putting this Memorex that triggered this memory. He had a cassette tape. He was going to put it in, and he dropped it. He dropped the cassette, and oh shit! And went underneath the seat. So we both leaned down and we're looking for it.
And he's swerving.
Right? No, we hadn't even left yet. We're still parked in the parking lot. We hadn't even pulled out. But right, we both have our heads down in the car. We're fumbling around looking for this damn cassette. Right as a Fort Worth cop cruises by and sees both of our heads pop up.
That's suspicious activity.
And then we take off.
Back in them days.
And he goes, circles around, and then gets behind my buddy, pulls, and then we pull out. God almighty. We take a right turn on Hewlin Street in Fort Worth, and he tails us a good 6-7 miles. And finally hits the lights. Woo! But we're all like, what the hell? We pull over, he gets out, he's like, hey, license and registration. Is there a problem? And of course, my buddies trying to bow up to the cop. I'm like, dude, no,
that's not what we do.
Is there a problem, officer? Did I do anything wrong? Because I don't believe I did. I'm not sure why you've been behind me for the last 10 minutes.
Was your cop?
Oh my God.
Lord.
I'm like, Rudy, you gonna get us locked up. Tase something. This is early 90s.
Yeah,
You didn't have
early 90s.
You didn't have no cop cam.
Yeah, it's different, dog. It'd kick your ass and no one will know.
I didn't know that.
Pound me in the ass prison.
There was no cop cams.
Yeah.
And I'm like, stop. And so he's just like, you have to understand, I see 2 heads pop up in a Cutlass Sierra, and I got suspicious, I admit.
He thought y'all could have been hot wiring the car because it was the most stolen car at the time.
Correct. Right? And he was honest. He's like, well, I see 2 kids in a Cutlass pop their heads up. I decided to see what you're doing. Well, I mean, you're an asshole, but I appreciate your honesty.
Right.
So it's happened.
Major asshole.
Anyway, so I've had cop trauma ever since.
I feel you.
I've been pulled over, and he got mad at me because he got behind me on the freeway, and I decided not to pull over in the median. I decided to take the next exit. I put my blinker on.
You'll piss a cop off.
He got so mad because I didn't exit. I didn't pull over right away. I was going very slow. I wasn't trying to race, But I took the next exit, which was not even a quarter mile ahead of me, very slowly, got off, pulled over immediately once I got down.
You're keeping both of y'all safe.
And he got pissed.
But have you seen how many videos of cops getting ran over?
Way more than get shot.
Right.
Happens all the time. So he gets out and yanks me out of the car, slams me in the back seat, piece of shit. And so I've had some run-ins with some bad cops. They're just being bullies, see kids and they want to be dicks.
Yeah.
So anyway, I have cop trauma. And I shouldn't. No. I support the cops for the most part. Anyway. That's it. You want to do some punching?
Why not?
Who are you punching today? I am surly, I guess. I need to take a shower. I haven't even showered. Just out of sorts.
At this point he's low hanging fruit, and I almost feel bad for the kid because I feel like we're at the point now where his performance on the field doesn't matter. We've just decided, majority of us have just decided we don't like the guy, and I don't even know him, but the guy I see on social media and the guy I see on television, I don't like. So I can't say I don't like him because I don't know him, but punch Micah Parsons.
Mm-hmm.
We've just decided we don't like Micah.
I have.
You know what I mean? Like, and again, like, we don't know these people. Like, I don't know Micah. Micah could be a great dude. You know what I mean? Micah could be a guy I sit around and drink whiskey with all night long. I have no idea. But the person that he portrays himself to be on social media, which is all we have, don't really care for the dude. And I don't think he thinks before he speaks sometimes, because being a captain and being a leader of that team, when you say, well, Zach Martin's done more than Mike McCarthy will ever do, and this guy's a Super Bowl winning head football coach, and he's a head football coach that when we're throwing you under the bus because of the dumb stuff you say on your podcast, Mike McCarthy, even though he doesn't even understand social media and podcasts, goes out of his way anytime anything bad is said about you to defend you.
Mm-hmm.
Mike McCarthy comes and takes blame most of the time. I'm not saying that Mike McCarthy's some great head coach, but Mike McCarthy, when somebody's had your back, and even if you didn't mean it in the way you said it, it was taken out of context, but you said it. It's not print. I got to punch you for that, man, because I know for a fact, hell, he told me to my face, defended Micah Parsons, and you pretty much threw him under the bus Sunday after y'all got, after y'all got y'all's ass kicked by the Philadelphia Eagles for your 5th loss in a row at home.
I think the point he was trying to make was it's not Mike's fault that we're losing. It's ours. Players win, players lose. He just can't say it right because he's a dumbass. And he is a hateful guy. And because of all the other dumbass things he said, he has been out of mulligans for about a year now. He doesn't get to say things that other dudes do because of the shit he's already said. You know what I mean?
Right.
He was asked about Mike McCarthy's job security.
Right.
And it's a total bait question. Why ask Micah Parsons about this in a post-game locker room?
Because that's what the Dallas media is like that.
And Micah should have said, blow me. None of your fucking business. That's what he should have said. I'd be on here praising him today. But no, he bust out. Basically, he basically undermined Mike without trying to. It's a backhanded compliment. Mike don't do shit around here. But we're losing. Okay.
Yeah, Zach. I feel bad for guys like Zach Martin, who may be on their last year, maybe on their way out, and who's done more than Mike McCarthy will ever do.
Right. So here's a quote. Parsons initially answered by saying that's above his pay grade.
He did.
Mike's
he
team.
did.
Then he goes on to say he just can't stop himself. You want to win games and do great things with those types of legends who put in more time and work than Mike McCarthy ever did. He's like, we want to win for Zach Martin. I ain't trying to save Mike McCarthy's job, which it's honest, but it's a dick thing to say. Those are the kinds of guys that I have so much sympathy and hurt for. That's what he was saying. He's like, I'm not going to sit up here and I'm not worried about Mike McCarthy's job.
Right.
I'm upset because the great Zach Martin is getting ready to retire without having ever won anything, and I feel bad about it. Say it that way, then.
Sure.
Don't slang. Don't he mixes two answers to two different questions.
I like the breakdown.
Yeah, he just doesn't have any more mulligans with me. And you said it's funny. You say that no one cares really anymore.
We just don't like him. It's just like, dude, you're becoming unlikable.
I just don't like him. Yeah, and I don't like the Cowboys. So it's gone from me being a Cowboy fan to me being totally indifferent, not caring. But now it's almost to the point where I want to watch, hoping they lose. I'm rooting against them. Like in my heart right now, I hope they give Micah Parsons all the money he ever wanted.
Oh, they are.
And it destroys their salary cap for the next 5 years. An overrated, unworthy player is going to wind up being the highest paid defensive edge rusher in history. When he got about 8 guys currently in the league better than him. But the NFL's model is ridiculous, and it's this next man up, gets the most money bullshit, and it's got to stop. So, no, that's a good point. Let me tell my kid I'm doing a podcast.
Do you think?
Hey, man, say hi to Rudy. I'm doing a podcast. I'll call you in 30 minutes. Okay. All right, love you. Bye. He texted me the other day. I can't keep up with your schedule anymore.
That's what they're saying in the chat.
That's fine. Dexter Coakley ain't walking through that door. Yeah, Dave Campo and Chan Gailey aren't walking through that door. I'm anti-Cowboy, man.
Are you?
Yeah.
No, I know you are.
I want to see them lose all their games, the rest of the thing. Then they go bring Dion in here as the coach next year and draft Shador. Not that I think that's going to be the formula to win, because there is no formula to win as long as the Joneses are in charge. So knowing that they're never going to win big, entertain me, baby. You want to get me back to rooting for you? I need entertainment. I need entertainment. Maybe I should take a different approach in my view with Micah Parsons.
What's that?
At least he's entertaining. He moves the needle for all the wrong reasons.
Oh, yeah, he moves the needle. Because if he speaks, we talk about it.
Sure, because a lot of times when he speaks, it's normally something over something he says that's stupid or dickish. You know, if you work with a guy if you were a guy's boss and he's throwing you under the bus with the media, half-assed dysfunctional compliments,
and then
do you have a talk with him? I confront him, but Mike won't.
No, I think you leave it alone. And you just act like you don't hear that stuff.
I suspend his ass for the next week's game.
I
make Jerry fire
do that. I can't do that.
It'd be so bad if McCarthy. I used to say this about Garrett. He was too pussy, wouldn't do it. What do you have to lose if you're Mike McCarthy?
Well, Jerry did say...
I'm suspending Micah Parsons for conduct detrimental to the team. He threw me under the bus. Fuck him. He ain't playing. And let Jerry fire me. I don't give a shit. That money I'm making this year is guaranteed.
Jerry said he's only done that once and he regrets it. He said he regrets firing Wade in season. So Mike McCarthy getting fired in season probably isn't going to happen.
Well, okay, cool. All the better reason to suspend Micah Parsons for running at the mouth.
You can't be suspending guys for freedom of speech.
There's no accountability by anybody to anyone up there. There never has been, not since Michael Irvin retired.
No, that ain't changing.
And it's never going to change.
No.
Because every coach they bring in is going to be a gutless, no backbone guy like Mike McCarthy and Jason Garrett and Wade Phillips before him. They haven't had a head coach with a spine since Bill Parcells. Period.
This is the thing. And
I hope they lose all the rest of the
games. And another
games.
punch from Micah for a couple weeks ago when he had Trayvon Diggs on. And they decided, and again, I can appreciate it. If you're in the media, you're trying to quote unquote keep it real. But, you know, they were listing their top 5 quarterbacks and Dak was nowhere to be found.
Well, why would he be? He ain't even top 20.
I get it. But that's your guy. That's your brother. You'll shower together. You eat together. You cry together. Dak Prescott would never leave those 2 guys out of his top 5, even if you don't feel like they're in it.
You know, maybe I should take a different approach. But you know what? I'm going to right now, starting with CeeDee Lamb. Good for CeeDee Lamb. When asked if the curtains were an ass whip or not having any, and should they have any, he's like, yep.
But it affects both teams, though.
So?
Like,
it's
Detroit
dumb.
put up 47 with no curtains.
Well, when you're playing a shitty team like Dallas, you don't need it's not a problem.
Curtains don't matter.
Not a problem. And they play there once a year. Dallas plays there 8 times a year. So it does affect the
I guess I should go ahead and just tear down the whole building. You freaking kidding me?
Correct. I want to punch Jerry Jones today for acting like a 12-year-old.
He does.
That's a 12-year-old thing. I guess I'll just tear the whole stadium down and build a new one. What an asshole. No, put some curtains up like you do for all the other events that are there. They put massive curtains up for everything else they do there.
That part I did not know.
Every single event, they have curtains up.
I didn't know that.
Rock shows, soccer matches, baseball games, concerts, all that shit. Track and field events, Tyson, Jake Paul.
I didn't know
the undercard will start before the sun goes down, and they'll have the curtains up, guaranteed.
Damn.
It's only for Cowboys games because he likes the way
make sense.
He likes the way it looks on TV. It looks cool.
And he wants to let God watch out America's team.
Oh, that's silly. But the facts are, he told them, I don't want it going north and south. I want it going east and west. I want the sun. It looks great on television because he cares about how it looks on television,
but not about
more than how it affects the team. And that's a dumbass thing to say too. Well, both teams have to deal with it. No, y'all have to deal with it 8 times a year.
Great point.
Everybody else someone who produces sports on television, it looks like shit on television.
I agree with LG. I absolutely agree with that.
And all the producers hate it too.
I did not know that.
That's good to know.
The more you know.
Yeah. So punch Jerry Jones for acting like a 12-year-old over the curtains, and good for CeeDee Lamb. They asked him, do you think y'all should have curtains up? Yes. Are you going to talk to management about it? No, I just did through y'all. That's what CeeDee said. I just did because I know they're going to read what y'all. I know now that I said yes, y'all are going to run with this, so they'll know how I feel.
Yeah, he's like, hey, y'all doing my job for me.
Part of me wants to say free CeeDee, but he's in year 1 of his deal. Poor CeeDee Lamb. He's going to be a bitter, injured, beaten down guy here in about 4 years when his contract's toward the end and he ain't never been a part of anything at all beyond round 1. CD's actually going to probably go through an entire breakdown of the organization, a total rebuild. No coaches on contract for next year. Dak out for the season. God knows what Dak will be next year, and he was shit this year before he got hurt.
Yeah.
And CeeDee Lamb, you got your money, but you ain't never smelling a playoff victory. Never. So he needs to get, if he wants to have peace as a human, he needs to get that out of his brain. You're going to be a damn good football player. Your stats are going to get totally warped because you're about to go through a rebuild. He's going to be one of the most underrated Cowboy players of all time. You watch, because in 4 years, he won't have near the touchdowns and yards that he would have had they been good. He's getting ready to go through 4 years of his prime with them being shit.
Well,
I hope he's happy about the money.
Pull a Devontae Adams.
I would if I were him. I'd hold out.
Trade me.
I know. What are they going to do? Get mad? They don't get mad at anybody because they're big pizzas up there.
Yeah.
No one holds anybody accountable ever for anything. All right, it's Orlando Kell. He holds everybody accountable. If you hire him, he is going to hold your future soon-to-be ex accountable. So many times people go through a divorce and they don't make the right decisions because of the emotions that are involved in all of it. They don't do the right things. Because they got their heart leading their decision-making. Orlando will not let you do that. Orlando will take your divorce and turn it into what it should be. It's a contract negotiation. It's all it is. It's a business deal at that point, a divorce. On paper anyway, in the court system. And Orlando's the king of keeping that separate and making sure you get right. It is 210-775-4995, or you can email him directly, orlandokell@gmail.com.
When the Twins get here?
Next week.
Oh, next week. I thought it was this week.
It got delayed. I know. Since you asked.
Only because I need you to answer these questions because I get asked that.
No, it's okay.
In the street.
No, it's
and
okay.
I'm like, hey, whatever Mike wants y'all to know, he will say it.
No, it's fine. So, they're in a third world country, Rudy. They live in a little bitty town. They don't even live in like the major city. They live in a little bitty town way up in the middle of nowhere. So Lima is the capital of Peru. Mm-hmm. It's got 13 million people.
Mm-hmm.
To get to the town that they live in, you have to fly 2 hours out of Lima to another town, then catch a bus at that airport and ride another hour and a half to get to the little town that they're living in. And so, as you might imagine, they've got issues with things like crime, mosquitoes, and bad water. They don't have potable water in most of the restaurants there. If you're not born and raised Peruvian, you can't drink the water. It's like parts of Mexico. And they think it's bad chicken or something. Both of them got a horrible case of the rotavirus. They got salmonella poisoning, one of the two. And so they spent 6 hours in a little shitty clinic that looked like a chicken shack the other day, having to get IVs. And because their mother wasn't sure how long it would take them to recover, she delayed the flights by a week, which is understandable. It pisses me off that they had to get sick in the first place. These are things that happen when you live in a third world country in the middle of the mountains or along the beach.
Your stomach's not used to that.
And you're a little American kid.
Yeah. All right.
Next week.
Moving on.
Next week. I just want to get them here.
Yeah, all right.
They're gonna have Whataburger and Taco Bell. We're gonna go to the zoo.
All the chemical-induced American shit.
Yeah, they're gonna be. They were joking last night. We're gonna be cold, Daddy. How come? Because you have AC. Like, oh God, that's a good one, but it's sad but true.
Yeah,
we're gonna have to have extra blankets. I'm like, Daddy, we're cold, guys. I have it on 79. They're gonna be cold. I'm not used to this central heat.
But I thought the food in other countries was better.
In certain but not in third world ones in the middle of the countryside, 4 hours outside of the major city.
Yeah.
God, Matt, I have no idea.
Yes.
I swear to God to you, I have no idea. Matt, to your question, I don't know. I really don't. I just don't know. And there's no use to ask because you're going to get lied to. So
there y'all have it.
There you have it.
When you see me, you don't have to ask. All you have to do.
Are you really getting beaten down?
Not beaten down.
Oh, man.
I'm just saying, you know what I'm going to start saying? Subscribe and listen to the show because that's where he tells you what he wants you to know. Okay?
I appreciate that.
Shout out to my people. I love y'all.
No, that's fine. Look,
but
man,
it's so okay. Personal.
I
don't know what to say.
No, I put stuff out there so people want to know, and I understand. That's understandable. I don't want you to have to deal with it.
It's not. It doesn't bother me. Like I don't. If that's how it came off, no, it doesn't bother me.
All right.
But like maybe 3-4 times a week.
Oh my God. Well, I can't wait to have them here.
It's all a bunch of different people.
They're supposed to be here for like a good month. Possibly. I would like them here for a good rest of their lives, but I've been told I get 30 days.
Anybody selling any stamps? Hook Mike up 200 for 400.
All right, I'll take
need some groceries.
Yeah, I need some Lone Star. I need a Lone Star
too.
card.
Holla at your boy. He's Lone Star holder. So holla at me.
We're gonna be fine. All right. What else? No, show brought to you Mark.
Kids go through groceries, man. They gonna be at the crib.
You know what? I'm gonna bring them to the liquor store with me one day. I'm gonna do a bit.
Let's do it.
Have them holding up 2 big old bottles. Yeah. It's a funny bit. Their mother will love that.
Oh my God.
Hey, y'all got rotavirus.
Yeah.
We're hanging out in a liquor store that has air conditioning. We got to
use the bourbon to get rid of the rota.
And you can drink the water in here. Get them a couple of virgin margaritas at the machine. I may do that. That would be a good bit.
Yeah, you're really pushing it. Mm-hmm. You're pushing it with her.
Oh, but they have the virgin kind.
I know.
Yeah, you don't have to put the tequila in there. We do have some alcoholic specials, though, for the entire month of November. I got the Calabro, Diablo, got Cab, Pinot, Merlot, and Malbec all on sale.
Did you say Calabro?
Yeah, he said Calabro. It's Casillero de Diablo.
I tried to read it without my glasses. Good night. Casillero. That ain't close to what I said. What'd I say?
Calabro. He put an O on the end of Calabro.
Dude, my vision's so bad. Rudy,
Mike, it's time.
Rudy,
it's time.
I might need glasses all the time.
It's time.
Dude.
Because you said Calabro.
Yeah, that says Casillero. It's not close. I saw Del Diablo.
Oh,
God almighty. Casillero del Diablo. All kind. Malbec, Merlot, Pinot, Cab. One bottle is just $9.99 for the entire month of November. Or you can get 2 of those for just $14.99. Tell them about the tequila.
Got the 818 tequila, the Reposado, not the Blanco. The Reposado, $34.99. Shout out to the Jenners. And you got that Redemption Rye for only $24.99. You dig?
You dig.
And don't forget to say in the building. If you don't say in the building, you will not get the discount. And Thanksgiving is coming up. You want to take a couple lit kits to Thanksgiving. Say, hey, man, Mike and Rudy been promoting the heck out of this. Lit kits are still moving. So Take you a couple lit kits to because I know a lot of people now do Friendsgiving early. So for the Friendsgivings, go get yourself some lit kits and then go get some more lit kits for the real Thanksgiving.
That's right.
Yeah.
All right. Bernard, answer your text message. I texted you, Bernie.
What'd you do?
Oh, we're supposed to have coffee today, but I might need a rain check.
Oh.
I got something come up I got to do that's going to benefit our little company. He don't understand. Hell, he could go with me if he wants to. I don't care. I'll call him after we get done. All right, what else today? I don't want to. A thing that whips my ass a lot is, and I'm guilty of it. And I hate myself every time I do it. Is I said this the other night, doing legacy talk after every one of Wemby's games. I don't want to do it after he's bad, and I don't want to do it after he's great. But last night, he was fucking awesome. Just saying. Again, he's a young man. He's 20. Tim Duncan was 22 before he got here. Just saying. His team's not good. He's got a catch-22 point guard because while the point guard is a coach on the court, he's still 40 years old and not nearly as good. He just got Devin Vassell back as his wingman. 40! But last night, a team that prides itself on being a title contender, the Sacramento Kings, came into the AT&T Center, /Frostbank Center. Granted, the Kings played an overtime game the night before in Phoenix and clearly were tired and did not play nearly as good as they can. That all being said,
you're just bringing this up because of what I said last week.
Whip their ass.
You're trolling me right now.
Totally.
You're trolling me right now because I said right now, Chet is playing better than Wemby.
And Chet ain't playing. He ain't doing shit the next 8 weeks because he's hurt. Because he can't handle his size.
My bad, Chet. I
you
apologize.
jinxed Chet Holmgren.
I apologize, Chet. Dude, I didn't know. Well,
Chet ain't Chet.
I didn't know Chet had 90-year-old hip bones.
He does.
Like, dude, you fall down and you break your hip. That only happens to people that are 80.
I've fallen.
It's his size.
And I can't get up.
And remember, he got hurt in training camp. That's the reason he got a red shirt year, because he missed the whole year. Because
he had Liz Frank.
He stepped wrong and fucked his foot up. That's why Yao Ming couldn't play for more than 7-8 seasons.
Well, I'll say this. Wemby's definitely more durable, but Wemby's been doing stretching and exercises and weightlifting to prevent these things since he was 12.
Yeah, Wemby
like his people
fits
knew
the body better.
Yeah, he just takes care of his body better.
And Chet's got more weight on him too, I think. Like Chet's got more ass and legs than Wemby does, and I think that's actually bad. People want Wemby to gain weight. I almost think he shouldn't.
No, Wemby and his team have been adamant about, like, we will gain it gradually. We're not going to just put on a bunch of weight
as he naturally ages,
appease the media. Like, we know what we're doing. We've been working with this kid since he was a kid,
right?
And we got it.
Right.
And last night, but this is the thing, though. It's his world. I'm not saying Wemby needs to average 30, but I'm saying, like, every night I should feel like you were the best player on the floor. Unless, obviously, like, you're playing Giannis. There's a handful of guys that I'll be like, okay, he didn't outplay him. But nights like last night, yes. And I love the Kings. But Wemby looked like the best player on the floor. There's a lot of nights where he should be the best player on the floor. Hands down. It's got to be more consistent. So stop trolling me. I didn't diss
I'm just
Wemby.
being a jerk.
I didn't.
Because, again, I don't want to be a hypocrite either, because I don't want to legacy talk Wemby every night, even when he's awesome.
Yeah, I know. I don't want to do that.
Just want to
either.
watch the kid develop, man.
Right.
Have a good time. Now, now when he's bad, I'm gonna come on and say Wemby was bad last night. It has nothing to do with him being a future superstar and face of the franchise. When he's great, I'm gonna say he was great. That also does not guarantee them anything. If they don't get a second bona fide superstar, they're not gonna win championships. Guys don't win titles by themselves.
You don't think Vassell or Castle could become that?
I hope they can. I don't know yet.
Because, like, I mean, I'm trying to say this to make sure I'm being respectful of Manu. I don't know if Manu was a superstar, but I know he was a superstar for what they did. So I feel like Castle or Vassell can be a superstar for what the Spurs are. Like, I'm not saying that Castle needs to be Ja Morant or Steph Curry, but you could be a superstar within what the Spurs have planned.
I hear you. I hear where you're going. And the thing with their point guard thing, and these are better problems than last year because they didn't have any point guards, which is why he started
now they got
Sohan,
3,
which was stupid. Correct. They have a problem actually, which is a good thing.
They had a log jam at PG.
You got a legendary player in Chris, who is not nearly as good as he used to be, but he's so smart. He's a coach on the court, to use a white guy cliche on a black man. Chris is a legit coach on the court. Last night, Chris told Mitch Johnson, challenge that. Mitch is like, okay, challenge. And they won both times. Chris Paul told Mitch Johnson last night, challenge his play. And Mitch is like, without even thinking about it, challenge. And the Spurs won both challenges. Mitch didn't even see it. Chris saw something he wanted to replay, and the Spurs won both. That's what Chris Paul is bringing, the professionalism that he brings. I like his surly attitude, by the way. I've always liked that attitude. A lot of y'all don't like. A lot of y'all, all you Spurs fans walking around in your Chris Paul shirts, called him a bitch for 20 years. Just saying. I like that.
I've always loved Chris
I like
Paul.
the little Gary Payton, Chris Paul, scrappy, bite a kneecap. I like that kind of point guard. He's short. He has to be edgy. He has to be a little bitch. And he's running the point. I want that.
Yeah.
He still has that attitude.
That's why him and Blake Griffin didn't get along.
Correct. He's still the smartest guy on the floor. He's the smartest guy on the floor every night, just about. But you've got Steph Castle that I need to develop too, because he is in a hurry shown that he can play.
Yeah.
But he don't have that from the neck up yet because he just got here and he's figuring
But
it out.
the only thing that sucks about that is, again, we've talked about this. I love Chris on offense. I hate him on defense.
Sure. And Steph's a badass on defense.
Yes. I mean, you can't not be and play for Hurley.
Right.
So he comes from that pedigree. Mm-hmm. So, but again, this is like what we talked about with what we would like to see for Caleb Williams, what we would like to see for some of these rookie quarterbacks. Sometimes, look, Chris Paul isn't going to be here 3 years from now.
Right.
So this is a good learning curve. Like and they're still learning on the job. They're still getting OTJ. Mm-hmm. So on the job training, but OJT, excuse me. But it's also not bad to get to learn from Chris Paul.
Correct.
And certain people can't play with Chris Paul. James Harden couldn't.
Right.
Blake Griffin couldn't. There's certain guys.
Yeah,
you're
two
not
guys
gonna
who ain't never won nothing.
Yeah, you're not going to like playing for Chris Paul.
That's correct. But the San Antonio Spurs, that's the kind of guy they want.
Yeah.
It's about winning.
And Pop can save his voice and his health.
And nothing about winning, yeah.
How is Pop? Do we know?
I don't know. So he goes into, I feel weird even talking about this. So Pop goes into my daughter's restaurant once a week. Hasn't been in over a month. That's it. That's all I can tell you. How long has it been? 2 weeks? 2.5 weeks?
2
Has
weeks.
it been 2 weeks? I think 2.
Yep. I think I asked her last night. She came over for dinner last night, and I asked her, when's the last time you saw Pop in the restaurant? She's like, at least 3 weeks, maybe 4. Yep.
Chuck's 81. When are we going to get the real story? Chuck's, if you're a Spurs fan.
What, on Pop?
Yeah, but this is what I'm saying. Chuck's, if you're a Spurs fan, which I think you are, what makes you think they're going to tell us? They still haven't told us about Kawhi. They still never talked about Tony and Brent.
Nope.
There's certain things like, and Pop hates being the center of attention. He feels like there's people doing way more important things than winning basketball games, and he don't want us sitting around worried about it because we got way more important things to worry about. So us getting a real story on Pop
may not ever happen.
Ever. So you're a Spurs fan, Chuck. You know this.
You know what? I mean, honestly, not to be weird.
And I don't need to know.
No,
I just hope he gets better. I don't care
correct,
what.
right.
I mean, I don't necessarily care, but I don't need the details.
Right.
I just want him to get better.
But
That's it.
Not to get weird and gross, but even if Pop were to pass away, we still might not know exactly the whole story. That's how private the man is. You know, he's notorious for showing up to random charities and donating a shit ton of money and saying, if you tell anybody, I'll never donate to you again. You know?
That's who he is.
That's who he is.
It's not an act.
No, there's a few things that he's fine with. He realizes, all right, it's a Spurs function. They're going to have TV cameras. That's fine. The sneaker bit they do every year where they give the shoes away at Christmas. All the work they do with Food Bank. That's all.
And they
public.
they didn't really do the social media with it or a lot of posting about it. But the people in that city, that small town, will tell you the Spurs, even after the news stopped talking about it and we stopped making them a political pawn, the Spurs continue their work in Uvalde and getting that
Sure.
You know what I mean?
They just don't put it out there.
Right.
Yeah. So, honestly, Pop could pass. And we probably will never know exactly what happened because they just keep it private. Natural causes. That's all we'll ever be told or whatever. So, but I asked her last night. She said it's been about 3 weeks, but maybe 4.
What, he would come in there that
once
often?
a week.
Damn.
Yeah, it's been 3 weeks at least. And that the timing works out with him being not with the team. Anyway, it's weird. Whatever. Anyway, so another just trying to look at all facets. There's no good news to Pop being away. I wish he were back. But with Mitch kind of learning on the job too now, he's got Chris out there helping him out. Mitch, run that back. All right, cool. Replay. And y'all won the time. So it's nice. Chris adds something, and I haven't thought about this till this very conversation. Chris also adds something to help Mitch.
Oh, yeah, Mitch needs
until Pop gets back. So it's almost like you've got 2 interim coaches, one on the floor and one on the bench. That being said, I still want to see Steph Castle develop, but you're right. He doesn't have to be the center of attention because Chris Paul's our starting point guard. And Steph can run some twos. Steph's
hopefully here for 15 years.
Correct.
Right.
Yeah. So all that, to bring it back full circle, they need it. Wemby needs another superstar. We all know that. Who is that? Is that guy currently on the roster? I don't know. Maybe, but I don't know. That's it. That's where.
But great game for Wemby last night. What did he go for? 34.
Yeah.
What 34, 14, 6 assists. 6 for 12 from 3.
Something like that.
I love it.
Something like that. All right. It is Jay Ribaldo. He is the official real estate agent of In the Building. Jay's got a really cool listings page on Facebook.
Smart.
I know, isn't it? Super smart. What do we got today, LG?
Now that's not because of your eyes. That's just little. Okay,
well, my eyes don't help. All right, he just listed this one this weekend. We talked about this last night. It's over on Universal. It's in Universal City. Big, huge, beautiful house. 2,400 square feet, 2.5 baths, 3 bedrooms. A house that in Houston or in Austin would be 600 grand.
$500,000, yeah.
This thing's been listed at just 307. So if you're a suburban person and you're looking for a family house in a great neighborhood near good schools, this is a good one. It's on Spring Circle in Universal City. That's one of the many listings you can see on Jay's Facebook page where he has all of his listings. It is the official real estate agent of In the Building, the great Jay Ribaldo. Call him directly, 210-887-1081. You can email him at jribaldo@kw.com. You can also look at his website and see all of his stuff on there. Ribaldo.com is the website. Ribaldo.com.
And if anyone's Air Force, that's right down the street from Randolph Air Force Base.
Yeah.
Great point.
Yeah. All right. Very
Great
good.
point.
Very good. All right, man. What else today? We're just about out of time for this one. So I've got a good What You Watching Wednesday. I'm going to
save it for tomorrow.
Save it for tomorrow.
Save that.
I was going to mention this too today, maybe a little late, but like it's the 100-year anniversary of the death of the guy that used to run the Pearl Brewery, Mr. Kohler.
Oh, damn.
If you get a chance to read up on that story, if y'all don't know that story of the Emmas, it's a great story in San Antonio history. So cool. So it was 100 years ago this week that Mr. Kohler, I can't think of his first name, was murdered. And this was a massive news. This was huge news.
Murdered.
In 1924.
Not natural causes. Murdered.
It's murder.
It'd be like Charles Butt, the CEO of HEB, being murdered right now. It'd be that big. So this guy Kohler ran the Pearl Brewery when it was running beer.
Mm-hmm.
And right after Prohibition, and when it ended, they obviously blew up, and he became massive. Probably did a little bootlegging too during Prohibition.
Yeah, I would have.
What are you gonna do? Had a wife named Emma.
Is that where we get hotel from?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Had a wife named Emma. Had a girlfriend named Emma.
Jesus.
Met another girl he had on the south side. Her first name was Emma.
These are facts.
Facts. Mr. Kohler was married to an Emma and had 2 mistresses, both weirdly named
They all thought
Emma.
it was their hotel.
Correct. Well, check it out.
Damn.
So the two mistresses, they actually find out about each other.
Two chicks at the same time, man.
Well, here's the thing. Mr. Kohler actually wound up moving the two mistresses into the same apartment so they can live together.
That's Chapo shit.
And he would go over and take turns and probably take liberty and probably have a threesome.
This is a San Antonio legend. These are facts.
Yes, sir.
Jesus.
So he made it easy. Why do I have two apartments for my two mistresses? I'll just have y'all. I'll let y'all be roommates.
Y'all know about each other.
And they became best friends.
Sharing him.
Yeah, he's taking care of them. They got their own apartment. They ain't got to work. They're on a monthly stipend.
Women are such simple creatures sometimes.
Keep in mind, it was also the 20s.
It was normal.
Well, women didn't have any rights. It wasn't like you could just go anyway. Whatever the circumstances, they got to them. They had it made. Except one of them was crazy. Of course, that's the thing. You gonna put your mistresses in the same room? Just get ready for drama, and that's where Kohler screwed up. His wife, Mrs. Emma, probably had no idea about any of this shit. Well, one of the girlfriends gets pissed at him one day and shoots him in the chest. I don't think he died right away. I think he was in the hospital for a good week-ish, maybe 2. And then when the wife found out he got shot, all of a sudden then she found out about everything. She probably kind of knew.
Well, they all knew. It's just like at that time, he probably got kids. I ain't going nowhere.
It's embarrassing.
Right.
It's the 20s. And so he dies. The Emma that shot him goes to trial and gets I don't think she got much of a prison sentence either.
In the 20s, we didn't do life yet.
Well, her bit was self-defense, as I recall.
Oh.
Because she had some, she came, oh no, he was trying to beat me up. He was trying to kill the other Emma. That was my friend. Crazy story. I don't think we'll ever know all the facts, but the facts are, it was 100 years ago this week, Mr. Kohler got killed by one of his girlfriends, Emma.
It was actually today.
Was it on this day? Okay, cool. That's why I saw it in the paper.
1914.
I'll be damned. 14, my bad.
It's all good.
So the brewery gets left to the wife, Emma, the Emma number 1. The Emma number 2, Emma number 3, they go their separate ways. But Mrs. Emma takes over the brewery, and here's a woman all of a sudden. Now you're in charge of this kingdom. And the story to that is she wound up running that damn business till the 50s and made it what it was. It was already huge. She took it to the next level when she took over, proving that women could run big-ass businesses. And so I don't think she ever remarried either. She just sucked it up. Well, my husband's dead, and his girlfriend killed him. That's good to know. Well, we got a family, so fuck it. I'm just gonna run the empire. And she ran the shit out of that Pearl Brewery till the 50s when she passed. So anyway, it's a hell of a story.
The more you know.
And so when they put the hotel up, they thought, well, let's just call it the Emma. Named it after Mrs. Emma, the
real Emma.
OG Emma, Mama, yeah, matriarch. Crazy story. It's a great story. We've got some good-ass stories of drama in this city. You familiar with a rich chick from Alamo Heights who got buried in her car?
No.
We should share that story.
We'll talk about it tomorrow.
All right, it's fine. Yeah. So there's a cemetery over by where I live in Alamo Heights. I think it's over by maybe Fort Sam, maybe somewhere. Somebody help me out with this. She had a Porsche. She died young. They buried her in the Porsche. There's a Porsche with her in it underground. That's her. She's entombed in a Porsche.
That's like 4 lots.
That's some rich white people shit. That's what that was.
Jesus. Damn.
That's big. That's big time shit. All right, that's it. Oh, look at that. Right before we get off, we get another $5.47. The great Steve Air McNair got deaded in the same way. Crazy ex-girlfriend, yeah. You know the McNair one. She came up behind Steve.
While he was sleeping.
Shot him in the head. He was asleep on a chair. She gets in his lap after he's dead, sticks it in her mouth, boom, so they can find her and him together on the chair. That's the story that Mrs. McNair had to endure. Imagine that phone call. Yeah, we found Steve. He's dead. And his girlfriend's dead too, and she's on top of him.
The great Derek Thomas, Chiefs legendary pass rusher, when he died in a car accident, his wife had to find out he had like one or two other whole families.
Is that right? See, I didn't know that part.
Yeah.
Oopsies. Well, there's a story about hoeing.
Pretty much.
That's it. We're done. I got stuff to do. All right.
Cheers.
Cheers to you. I'm in a better mood. I'm going to go take home and take a shower. Actually have a cup of coffee. Wipe my ass. Brush my teeth.
Jeez, this show is so childish. The chat is so
Mike,
childish.
a gun.
It's so childish, man. I cannot deal with y'all. All of y'all are going to be banned.
I hadn't
Especially you,
heard that about
Cheddarhead.
Derek Thomas.
Yeah,
See,
Derek
now I got to go
Thomas got a
look that
whole
up.
family.
I got a lot of homework today. Derek Thomas.
Shout out to y'all listening and watching on Twitch.
Yes, shout out to the
shout out
Twitches.
Twitch, Spotify, YouTube. We're all seasons, Essie. Come on. Tell your buddies to subscribe to this damn thing. Love you hard. See y'all mañana.
This program was made possible by contributions from viewers and listeners like you. Thank you.
You're still here? It's over. Go home. Go.